Tina Tubers. I don't know if I'm going to add this in today's thing or not, but I have been wanting to show you some of the Amazon things that I love, that I found that I love. So this is, and I'm going to do this, and when I start, I'll back away. This has a an electric charge cord, but I took it off of there. But this is it, and it's a wine opener, and it comes with this, I don't know what you call this thing. Anyway, it strips the top, like as easy as that, okay? And then you take this, and I had to mess with it because I wasn't sure which way was what, but to open it, hold the bottle, and you just press down, and it's done. And then you press this up, and it just drops the cork out. So I'm all for not what? Having to use strength anymore, because I don't have any. So I wanted to show you that. Look how nicely it cuts that. Okay, for you people that use, you know, that don't have, you know what I'm trying to say. But I love this, okay? Now something else that I'd like to show you this morning is, since I lost weight, a lot of my little tops, like what camisole tops, are too big, so I don't want to go out and buy more. So what I did is, see how this little thing here, I just use these, and that's what I do to make them tighter. That's your little tip of the day. And I'm going to talk to you later about my mom's bank holdup in Detroit, Michigan. I don't know what year it was. Maybe 68 or 9. But I have pictures and a story to tell you. So stay tuned. Hello, you guys. Tina Tubers. I'm just sitting down, and I calculated almost 5,500 steps today, which from doing nothing, but my back is killing me. And what I've tried to do is stand and walk around and do little things in the place. But probably because I have these sandals on, which they're adorable. They're called Okabees. I'm trying to do a little Amazon stuff. Not that I can partner yet or do anything like that, but just a couple things a day. But these are called Okabees, and I absolutely love them. But I have a feeling with my bad back and the tile on the floor, it isn't working right. So my back is bad, guys. I just want to get better for Vegas. And that's in less than a month. So anyway, so I showed you my little wine opener, which I got on Amazon, and I'll try to find those and put them in the description below. But I feel so much better mentally because the respiratory infection is over. Thank God. So now it's just dealing with the back. I put a couple trinkets out for Valentine's Day, and I'm happy. I'm happy. So today is going to be story time. When I go through stuff, or sometimes I'm going through old pictures or whatever, everybody's life has such fabulous stories. And mine does too. This is a story about my sweet mother, who I believe, I don't know if there's a date on these. I was laminating these newspaper articles. Is there a date? Please be a date. Of course not. Of course not. It was the 12th of something. And no, there's no date. Wow, I would say it's in 1969, something like that. Anyway, my mother was a head teller at a bank in downtown Detroit, and we lived and suburbs in the west side of Detroit. So she probably had a 45-minute drive to work every day. But she was a head teller at the Bank of the Commonwealth, I think it was called. What's it called? They have it in this article. This is Crime on Detroit Streets. Check this out, how old, how yellow. Wow. Anyway, bandit threatens to kill teller. An 18-year-old boy was shot. No, that's not him. This is the one. This is for her. A written death threat was not enough for a bank bandit who escaped with about $1,800 at 10:15 a.m. yesterday. When the teller who had received his note pulled out her money drawer and it fell on the floor, she ducked under the counter. He leaped over the counter, drew a gun, and told Joyce Irvin, that was her married name by my dad, "Stand back or I'm going to kill you." He scooped up the money, vaulted over the counter again, and ran from the Bank of the Commonwealth branch in Livernois in northwest Detroit. Witnesses told police that a man resembling the bandit described by Miss Irvin may have escaped in an auto driven by another man which was waiting nearby. They said the car was blacktop green Pontiac convertible with a dented left rear fender. So anyway, that was that story, and I'm going to start the storytelling with, if you can see this picture. Okay, he's standing in line here. And I'm going to show you this sweet little lady. I think her name was Mary. She's just typing away, doing her job. Now, the reason I have these photos from the camera in the bank is that, oddly enough, isn't life odd? My stepdad was a Detroit cop, a detective for the Detroit Police Department. They were on duty, him and his partner, driving around, and they got this call. And my stepdad said right away, "I know it's Joyce," which was my mother. And he said, "There's 20 women over there that are tellers. It doesn't have to be Joyce." It was Joyce. So that's why we have these pictures, okay? So look at the dude with his nice hat on and everything. Okay, so then this is him. This is my mom. Can you see her? This is a Polaroid. I don't know how that happened, but look at her cute little hairdo. It's all in a twist. Anyway, she's reading the note that says, "Give me the money or I'm going to kill you." Okay? So then, isn't this fun? Story time? Okay, so then this next one is, he's checking. Now she's underneath the counter. Check it out. And he's going, where in the heck did she go? Now the guy next to him, check him out. He knows something's up. He knows something's up. So then he's going, okay, done. I got to get the money. I don't know. This is making weird shadows. When I get, oh, I know it's the light ring that's making it look weird. Look at this. And look at that one teller just busy doing her job. She is a good employee. This guy is standing up over the flipping counter, and look at her. She's just writing away. Okay. So now you will be able to see him with the gun. Check it. Check those eyes out, babe. And the gun. Okay, so they didn't show the pictures of when they pulled my mom out. I'm laughing now because she did just fine. But remember this lady typing away? When he runs out of the bank with the money, and see, first of all, mom was a head teller, and they had to hold meetings and advise. If you get held up, they want the money. You open the drawer, you give them the money, okay? And there's also what they call, can't remember the name of it. It's money's like there's something they do to the money so that it's in that drawer and they know they can find it. So I just think froze, and when the till fell, here's that ghost again. When the till fell on the floor, there's just this little bitty compartment. Can you imagine her getting under there? I think she put her head in the garbage can. But anyway, the lady that was typing away had finished her note, sealed it, and went outside. In the very front door at the front of the bank, outside was a mailbox. She went to post the envelope, or send it off. He ran out of the bank and his gun accidentally went off, and she dropped to the ground because she thought she was shot. There's always something funny in everything tragic. Anyway, he shot his foot. So my mom, isn't it amazing how the sun, I just can't get a good place in my house to film. Anyway, she went with my stepdad, I think in a couple days, and she had to identify him. And so he took her to the hospital, and of course they're in a room of a ward. And instead of her being inconspicuous, she just, when she saw him, she goes, "That's him." Well, then that caused a bunch of problems because she said it out loud, and they had to have her followed home from work because they were afraid, he knew her, and she announced his identity to the world. So anyway, she couldn't go back to work. She tried, but she said she couldn't do it. So shortly after that, they moved. But I just remember coming home from school and going, wow, something's happened. Like, my mother didn't look good. Everybody's sitting around the table. My stepdad's home from work early. And I go, "What's going on?" "Your mom was robbed today." I go, "Oh my God." Like, one of my biggest fears was that she would get robbed, because you always heard of stuff like that going on. And so anyways, that was our story. But we took this kind of stuff to show and tell. I don't know if I mentioned it to you before, but one time he went on a gruesome murder. That's probably why I like true crime. He went on a gruesome murder, and they took Polaroid pictures back then of the crime scene. Well, he saved the negative part of it, and it was a head in a bathtub. And you could see the head, you could see the soap dish in the bathtub, the whole thing. So we all thought that was just flipping amazing. And my little brother, who was, I think, in second grade, he took it to show and tell. He comes back with a note pinned on his shirt, like, "Do not send your child to school with these pictures. It's just not okay. And we would like to have a meeting." So, of course, my stepdad didn't know he took it to show and tell. He didn't give it to him to take it to show and tell. What else is a kid going to do? Of course, you want to be the best guy on this playground and show him a decapitated head in a bathtub. You lie. No. Look in here. It's an outline, but you can see for yourself. It's a real head. The body was under the bed. And it had been like many days, because how they found out about it was a complaint from somebody in the apartment complex, the smell. So my stepdad said the guy that was the lowest on the totem pole is the one that had to be hoisted up and in a window. And then he would hold his breath and run through the apartment or house, open all the windows, and they'd wait a few minutes, and then the big boys would come in. Life is hard. It's disgusting, but as we keep saying, the end is very near. I mean, that stuff was going on. Look, it's been going on since the beginning of time. Letty and I keep telling you guys this. Believe us. We know, because God told us so. And it's going to get horrific again, and that's when he's coming back. I just cannot wait for that day. So anyways, the story time is over. Got you a little something from Amazon, a little story time. I might go out for dinner. It's a beautiful day. I got a lot accomplished, and I feel good again. So to all of you sweet people, Letty, my Yorkie, and people are going to gag, but this is how lazy I am and how much of not an outsider I am. I'm so opposite of you. And that's why I love you so much. I had a Lhasa Apso before I had Murphy. I had Murphy, a Lhasa Apso, before I had Jasper, the little puppy, the little Yorkie. And she hated to go outside when it rained. And we have like hurricane type weather down here. And some days it rains for 5 days straight. And it's gusty and it's awful. And I couldn't stand it. And we had a house that you had to go down the stairs, lots of stairs to get to the bottom to let her out. So anyway, I vowed after that, because I was carrying her down the steps and she was probably a good 15 pounds. And so I said, no, I'm getting a little dog that does little things and little pees, and that's the end of that. And they're going to pee on a pad, and I'm not going outside. So that's what I got. And he always, and I've only had one experience. Letty said they're very hard to train. He was golden, always went on his pads, except my girlfriend brought her boy dog over here, and he went around and and my dog never lifted his leg. He never lifted his leg. He squatted to pee. So he comes over and he goes and lifts his leg on all the baseboards to mark the territory for him. Well, then Jasper started doing the same thing. So I just got those little diapers for him. And when he went to lift his leg on a chair or that, it didn't wreck anything. So anyways, yeah. And I really don't think I'm going to get a dog as much as I love that baby. Like he was the baby, my baby. Guys, I just adored him. And I know we all think our kids are the cutest and our dogs are the cutest, but he really was. So anyway, don't get nervous. I don't think I'm going to get a dog. I think I'm done like Dottie. And I know Letty, I still like to travel. So, and the money, little dogs just seem to get sick and have a problem a lot. So, and I could never have a big dog or a dog that sheds or a dog that comes in with dirt on their feet. You know me too. So no. So that's why I got a Yorkie. They don't shed. They don't, blah, blah. So anyways, he was a puss and he was my puss and I adored him. So anyways, that's all about Jasper. He'll be gone 2 years this March 27th. Can't believe it. You guys have a wonderful evening. And maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow. Mwah! I'm going to close the video for today. Remember, be good to yourself, be good to others, and God will bless your efforts. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.